When you have a program like Kovaaks with tens of thousands of scenarios, sometimes you have some really good ones that just kind of fall through the cracks a little bit, and there's no one playing them. Angels, what is going on? The champ Strider here, and in today's video, we're gonna look at one of the most underrated drills in Kovaaks 2.0, and it's really one of the most underrated skills too. It's something that we don't really work on, but it's so important and so prevalent in gaming. So I've spent a lot of time in my last few videos just talking about moving our training towards shooting more moving targets. And here's the thing with our training is a lot of times when we're shooting moving targets, we focus on either just tracking it, like just full automatic, something like Kata IC long strafe, where we just hold down left click, stay on the target. Or we do more of like a click timing thing, like one wall, five target pasu, where we're just shooting the target once, moving on to the next. But here's the thing: when we're gaming, a lot of times there's scenarios or situations where we have to either tap fire on a target or keep semi-automatic fire on a target. And it seems in aim training, we do that very, very little. And I'm guilty of neglecting this too because, in my training or my gaming, I focus a lot on my sniper play, my quick scoping. Like I just like to run around W key and just tap heads. But there's scenarios in different games where you're not just doing that. And it's definitely like a skill that takes a knack to kind of keep that semi-automatic or that tap fire on a target that's moving over time, because you have to kind of combine that smoothness and tracking while multitasking and just like clicking at the appropriate times. And it's something that I think a lot of us neglect, me included, and something that I think we should add a little bit more into our training. And I think the problem with these drills also is for some reason I find them very boring. So, I'm trying to do a little bit more of it and throw it in here and there. So the drill I'm talking about, which is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated and undertrained drills in Kovaaks, is actually only 1,400 participants at the time that I'm releasing this video. And it's a really great drill, and absolutely no one is playing it. And that's Pasu 3-click version 2. And this is a great drill, as I said, for focus on keeping that kind of like smoothness and tracking your targets through multiple shots. Because a lot of times when we train something like Pasu, we click and move on. And, it definitely takes a knack and a skill to keep your aim on that target through multiple shots. And it's actually pretty difficult. And I'm a really good one-click pasu player, and I definitely noticed that I was not near as confident or competent when training on this 3-click. As I said, there's definitely a knack to staying on target and kind of doing that multitasking of tracking while click timing. And it just makes sense to add something like this into your training more, because you have games like Apex Legends where you have to use a wingman, or Call of Duty. The DMRs I know were meta for a long time in Warzone. I hate Warzone, by the way. But there's a lot of scenarios in games where we want to keep that kind of semi-automatic or tap fire on target. And even in Escape for Tarkov, there's plenty of scenarios at long range where I use tap fire. And it's definitely a skill that I think we should all be working on, but that none of us are, and it's just neglected top to bottom by most players. And I'm hoping that releasing this video, we can get a little traction on this drill and at least get it over like the 1,500 participant point. And let me know in the comments if you train it and how it felt for you to do the first time. And there are quite a few other drills like this out there that are just super, super underrated and that no one plays them. So I want to hear from you guys also. If you have a drill that no one else does, but you think it's really good, let me know in the comments what it is. I would love to give it a shot, because I always want to switch things up and just get more variety in my training. And there's a lot of good resources out there, but unless it gets like popular right away, it seems no one ever does it. All right, that's it for me. Short video today. If it's your first time here or you haven't done it yet, please subscribe. It helps the channel. Also like the video. I'll see you guys later in the week. Champ, out.